Hi, my beautiful, amazing movie freaks. So, if you are new here, there will be spoilers. But if that does not bother you, let's go ahead and jump into my review of Freaky. So, Freaky came out this year. It runs an hour and a half. It is under the horror comedy category, and it's directed by Christopher Landon and written by gosh, what is his name? I had it just a second ago. Hold on. And it was produced by Jason Blum. But I will tell you who it's written by. Hold on. But anyways, the cast is Vince Vaughn, Catherine Newton, Celeste O'Connor, Uriah Shelton, and Misha Ostrovich. Sorry if I butchered that. Let's see. Freaky. Sorry, I'm very unprepared. Thought I wrote it down. You guys have seen me look down. I always write down everything. So I don't know why I wrote that down, and I wrote down the producer. So an hour and 43 minutes, not an hour. So Christopher Landon, that's why I didn't write it down, because it's together. He directed and wrote it along with Michael Kennedy. So yeah, that's why I didn't write it down. What this movie is about, it's basically after swapping bodies with a deranged serial killer, a young girl in high school discovers she has less than 24 hours before the change is permanent. So the movie starts out with the title card, and the title card says Wednesday the 11th, with kind of the Jason feeling. 14s are sitting around a fire and talking about an urban legend, which is the Blissfield Butcher, and how it's changed over the years. They're wondering what it'll be this year. So after one of the boys scares one of the girls, causing her to spill a drink on her, she goes inside, and he follows her to help her clean up. The other girl's father, which is the owner of the house, is an art collector, and all of his stuff is laying around, including a very old Aztec knife. The boy wanders off that went to help clean up. He wanders off into the basement, and he gets killed by a mass killer with a very inventive kill, a wine bottle down the throat. Sorry, I'm just remembering this movie. He then goes by and kills every single one of them. And lastly, he kills the owner of the house, which is the girl. Her parents own the house. Kills her last in kind of like a Michael Myers Scream sort of way. He shoves her onto I think it's an arrow that's in the wall. And her parents walk in and see it, so that's why it's, Scream. And he tilts his head and looks like, Michael. Then we get the next title card, and it says Thursday, the 12th. Thursday the 12th. And then we meet Millie, played by Catherine Newton. And I'm not very familiar with her movies, but she was great in this one. Her mom, played by Kate Finneran. And her cop sister, Shar, played by Dana Drury. Her sister tries to basically convince her to go to homecoming because it's a rite of passage. But Millie's just not into it. She's also the mascot for, I think they're beavers. She's also the mascot for them. When she leaves, you see that you're in the town of Blissfield. It looks like a very calm town where everybody knows your name, and it just seems like one of those small towns that give you that good hometown feeling. We meet her friends, Nyla, played by Celeste O'Connor, and Josh, played by Misha. I'm going to butcher his name again. Ostrovich. Millie is quiet, and her teacher picks on her a lot. I'm not sure the reasoning behind that. And conveniently, her football player crush Booker sits next to her. In that, I think it's like home ec class or like wood. I can't even think of the name of that class. But yeah, the teacher picks on her, and that's kind of, it sets that up for later on in the movie. They all get a emergency alert on their phones containing the information about the murders of the 4 teens, which they went to that school. After homecoming, while Millie is waiting for her ride, which is her mom is an alcoholic, and she was supposed to pick her up, which she didn't. She notices a strange man is watching her from across the street. She basically pleads and says, hopefully this isn't the Blissfield Butcher. It turns out that it is. He starts chasing her, and the chase begins. He gets a hold of her, and, you know, while he's on top of her and he raises the knife, the scene changes, and they're on top of an Aztec pyramid. Sorry, just one second. Everybody wants to talk to me when I'm doing a video. And then when it comes down, this is at night, by the way. When the knife comes down and he stabs her, it transfers back, and he's bleeding as well where he stabbed her. He doesn't get to kill her because her sister ends up showing up, which is the cop, and scares him away. The next morning, we see Millie wake up. She's obviously different and confused onto where she just woke up. It's totally different than what she's used to, and obviously you can tell that there's been some type of body switch. You know, also there they do show that when Millie wakes up, which is when she's in Vince Vaughn's body, they show up when he wakes up, and it's pretty funny as well. So I'm going to stop there. I don't want to spoil too much about this movie because I do want you guys to go watch it. I love this movie. It was like Scream and Hot Chick mixed together. If you don't know what Hot Chick is, I'll put a picture of it right here. It's with Rob Schneider. It's hilarious, and it's got like that Scream type of feel because it's in high school. I mean, basically, if they had a baby, it would be this movie. It's super funny, but has that horror factor that you need. It's, you know how Scream has that horror, but it also has that comedy? That's kind of like what this film is. And no way am I comparing this to Scream, but it's just similar how they went about it. The kills are so much fun and so inventive. Like, there's this one part in the beginning of the movie, so I'm not spoiling it too much. He grabs a tennis racket, breaks it in half, and shoves it into the guy's head like this. And I've never seen anything like that. I thought it was super cool. I think Vince Vaughn and Catherine killed it by playing opposite roles. There's just action from the first scene to the last scene, and they give homage to Friday the 13th, Michael, and Scream. Mostly Jason, they do, but yeah, they just, I mean, I'm like tongue-tied. I don't know what to say. They did so good in making this movie. I found it like a great new horror comedy that we can go back and, you know, just like Scream, we can go back and say, this movie's funny, but it's scary, you know. I think it'll be I think we started, how do I say this? I think we ended the year right with this film. I loved all the characters. I got attached to all of them. I especially loved the friendship of Josh, Nyla, and Millie. They are just hilarious. There's this one part where the killer, it's not the killer, it's Millie, but she's in his body. He's chasing them because she's trying to convince them that it's her. And Josh is gay and Nyla is African American. And Josh says, "I'm gay, you're black, we're screwed." You know, like that, the whole typical horror movie rules, I guess. But he's just hilarious. I have so much fun with him in the movie. I loved how Catherine went from the sweet, shy girl to this homicidal maniac. She did so great. I didn't think she had that in her at the beginning because I don't really know who she is too well. And then also Vince Vaughn, he does hilarious acting from that homicidal maniac to this frail teen girl. Like, it's just funny. And he's like, what, 6 foot something, and he's acting like, screw you. Like, it's just funny. I mean, he's hilarious and scary at the same time, so it's pretty fun. Something that I never pictured him in that kind of role, like a murderer, but he does it so well. Like, he flipped it so good, and like him playing that teen girl was just hilarious. Now, be aware, there is a sex scene at the beginning. It's pretty early on. And of course there is swearing throughout the film, but you know, I just told the kids look away. I didn't know that was going to be in it. So I'm telling you that just in case you want your family to watch it. It's only in that one part. It's not, there's no nudity or anything like that. It's just that sex scene. So be aware of that. I fully enjoyed this movie. I was engaged from the time it started to the end of it, and I wanted to watch it again, and I will definitely be adding it to my collection. So with all that being said, I give Freaky 4 knives. And it was just a great ride. I enjoyed it so much. So the movie that I'm most excited to see is called Greenland. That one is out now. I have it to watch it. I just haven't rewatched this one, Unhinged, The Guest. There was another one, I can't remember. Sorry, so those reviews will be coming out for those. And also my monthly pickups will be coming out soon as well. So if you like this video, also if you've seen Freaky and you liked it, make sure you leave a thumbs up and let me know what you thought about it down in the comments below. Also subscribe before you leave, and I appreciate everybody that has subscribed. And I get super excited when I see new subscribers. That way we can all be movie freaks together. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.